Dr. Wumpus here, with a few future updates for Path of Exile 2. Our first update is dodge roll changes. A lot of players have been getting frustrated by being trapped and killed. They're going to reduce our player size from 1 to 0. That way, if mobs aren't overlapping, we'll be able to get through them. Another thing to note is that we'll also be able to push smaller mobs out of the way, like the beetles from Act 2. Our next thing is checkpoint changes. A lot of people have been reporting that it's tedious to go to one side of the map to the other after finding the objective. So they're going to allow us to teleport to checkpoints we've already found. They're also adding checkpoints. We'll have one at the beginning and the end of the area. The next change we have is to rare monsters. They felt that they weren't rewarding enough. This didn't really affect the campaign because we had a lot of unique monsters, but as you get up into the end game, there aren't so many. So what they've done is they've doubled the amount of rarity that we get per rare mod. They've added 10% quality per rare mod bonus. And then they've also increased the amount of mods that we'll have as we progress through the end game. With this, it should provide a lot more difficulty, but it should also be more rewarding and give us a lot more items as well. Our next update, I'm just going to read it. This is super important. They felt that players weren't getting enough currency in the early game or sustaining adding mods to maps. We have developed the following changes. Regal Orb drop rates will be increased by 40%. Disenchanting a 6 mod rare to give 2 Regal shards instead of 1. Lesser Jeweler's Orb drop rates have been increased to around 33%. Reduce the drop rate of Chaos Orbs slightly as they are less valued and so that it doesn't consume so much of the rare currency drop pool. This causes currency such as Exalted Orbs to increase somewhat. Gem Cutter Prism drop rates have increased by 500%, and Gem Cutter Prisms now increase quality on gems by 5% instead of 1%. The next change that we have is to in-game maps. There was a concern where players were accidentally missing rare monsters. In addition, many maps didn't have the number of rare monsters that they should have had to begin with. To fix this, they're going to make rare monsters appear on our map at 200 monsters remaining instead of 50. And many of the maps, they're added rare monsters to give us a minimum amount on every map type. They're going to keep watching over this for the coming weeks and months to help with any sort of map layout and monster density issues. The last change that I have for you today is unlucky drop protection. One of the major issues that they've identified is unlucky drops. A single unique boss dropping badly, especially early, can significantly infect your character. Uh, they have developed the following changes. No more than 50% of a unique monster's drops can be gold. And act bosses and map bosses will always drop at least one rare. The first of these changes is more significant than it first appears because players can't see the difference between normal and rare amounts of gold. You will get more equipment and currency items this way, which we can take more advantage of the rarity increase that unique monsters provide. With this, we'll also be able to upgrade our items further and get a lot more power out of them. I appreciate everybody making it to the end of the video. If you think I've earned it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. It really means a lot, and I appreciate all the support. I hope you guys have a good evening and have fun blowing up monsters and getting fat loot.